Thank you for joining me today on The Buzz on Quality. Episode 2, Why is Quality Important? Let's talk quality. Welcome to the podcast. Last time we spoke about what quality was, the various definitions that you could get possibly from various people about what quality means to them. We broke it down between quality of work and quality of life. But even with that said, and a basic understanding about what quality is, the question is, why is it important? Why does it matter? That's going to be the subject we're going to talk about and discuss in this podcast. Why does it matter? Why is quality important? It may be something that you don't think about automatically. It could be in the back of your mind when making decisions, but it's often not the forefront of your decision making. At least you might not think it is. All right, so let's start talking about why quality matters, why it is important in your life. Let's start talking about why quality matters at work. So we'll start with work first. Now, in the last podcast, we went over some definitions of quality. So you have a basic understanding of what quality is. But why does it matter at work? And again, you will get different answers from different people. Because you'll have some people who, regardless, won't care. It doesn't matter to them. But then you have other people that understand why quality is important in their role in it, with it, in the workplace. But in the end, quality matters for whoever the client or customer is. In any business, anywhere in the world, they have a client, they have a customer of some sort, whether it is in person or virtual. So quality matters for them, and as a business, you need to make sure that the customer or client is satisfied with the quality of the service or the product that you're making. That, in a nutshell, is why quality matters. Because without your client, your customer satisfied, there is no business. So as a company, as an employee, you need to understand what quality is and why it matters every day for what you are doing for the client or the customer. And that's critical. And that's oftentimes overlooked. I'm getting a paycheck. That's all that matters. I don't really care about anything else. And that will impact the output, the end of whatever you're doing, whether you're putting in effort to make something and it's lackluster effort, and the item may come out at the end a little bit less of what it needs to be because not as much detail and effort was put into it. Or if you are handling and working with customers in person, like a service industry, if you're not going to put forth that effort, you're not going to get anything out of it. They're not going to want to stick around, and they're going to go somewhere else where they will be treated better and get overall better quality service from your competitor. So quality is very important at work. Now let's move into life in general. Now, this is another one where quality will matter differently to different people at different times, because in our lives, what we need, what we want, will fluctuate. It will change over time. Some examples may be you want something that is cheaper and it is of lesser quality, but it is only for a one-time deal. Say you're having a birthday party. You don't want to go out and spend a ton of money on balloons. You may go to the dollar store or whatever store might have the cheapest balloons available, because you're only going to use them once. You don't want to spend a lot of money on a one-time situation. But there's other times where you want good quality service or a product because it's going to need to last. You're going to have it for years, right? So that will change. It's funny, sometimes you wonder going into some stores why there's so much stuff, right? And a lot of it is low quality stuff. It's just there, tons of it on the shelves. Why do we need all this stuff, right? But there's times where you only need some of that stuff one time. So it could be a bunch of crap. It doesn't matter. It's no different than a purse or a car. It's all made the same, but even though they may be made the same, it's the name. Because oftentimes the name is what is associated with quality. Even though they could possibly be both made at the same factory, one company has a better name than the other because they've been providing better quality service or products for years. So long term, companies need to understand that, because in your personal life, at your home life, again, it will vary what you want at any given time. But the companies need to look at what they want to do and for who. Because long term, they need to know, am I going to keep going down this road of what we are providing? And that may be okay if you want as a company to provide, whatever it is, low quality or high quality long term, because again, your customer, your clients in their everyday life might only want one or the other, maybe both, but at different times. So keep that in mind from both a work standpoint and your personal life, that not everything has to be top quality, top tier all the time. Even though, from my standpoint, I prefer quality over quantity. But that isn't always the case out there. Whether it's who you're working for or what you want any given day for special event or just everyday life. All right? But in the end, just remember that quality does matter regardless. Because in the end, good quality, not so good quality, is up to the client, the customer, on what they wish. Why is quality important? So, in these final thoughts, I hope that my reviewing why quality is important, why it matters, both at work and in your personal life, resonates with you so that you understand its purpose in everything that you do all day long, from the hours you spend at work, doing whatever you do, to the time you go home, spend time at home, or go out and shop. Quality matters in everything we do all day, every day. Even though oftentimes it's not on our minds, so to speak, it's not present in our thinking, but in the back of our minds, we're always thinking about quality in some fashion. For the next podcast, I'm going to focus on what your client or customer expects, essentially from a quality system, what they expect of quality for them and their requirements that they expect you to meet. Till next time. Glad you could make it to the Buzz on Quality with Justin Buzzard.